college/grad school tag video. So it's up. If you haven't already watched it, go check it out. The link will be in the description box below. Um, so while I was filming that vlog, it made me think that I should share my experience as far as being a mom and being in school. A lot of people ask, how do you manage to juggle school and motherhood? How do you manage to do all of that and succeed in everything? And a lot of people don't attempt to try because they think that it's going to be too much work or that they can't do it. And I am a living testimony that you can be a mom and be a student at the same time. So I'm just going to go a little over, my story and whatever. So I have a 6-year-old son. I got pregnant with him while I was in the 11th grade. He was born the summer before 12th grade. I returned to school in September, and things were a little different. My son ended up going to daycare while I was at school, and things were a little different when I returned to school. People were shocked to find out that I had a baby. People were shocked to find out that I kept the baby. I'm not really sure why, but people were surprised at that. And people were just surprised that I decided to come back to school after having the baby, because I guess there's this stigma that if you have a baby, you cannot come to school, or you cannot. I don't really know what the problem is, but there was a stigma attached to that. And so I did go back to school, and I just tried to act like everything was the same. I was still the same person I was before I had the baby, same person after I had the baby. Only difference was I had a son. My friends were very supportive. They all loved me, and they were all great about it. I didn't have any issues surrounding it. Let's see. I have my little notes. So let's see what else I have to talk about. Oh, okay. So another reason that a lot of people drop out of high school when they become pregnant is because they don't have the resources to take care of the child while they're in school. Like they may not have a family member or a friend to watch the baby while they're in school. Well, there are resources available. There are special schools designed that allow the children of the students to go to daycare on campus while the mom is in class. Now, my school that I went to, it wasn't like this. My son, I had to find outside daycare for him to go to. But there are schools that allow for you to bring your child with you to school and your child goes to daycare on school campus. So there are resources like that. There are also resources through Department of Human Services that will pay for you to put your child in daycare. Now, it may not pay the entire amount. I'm not sure what the percentage is that they pay now, but when my son went there, the amount that was paid was 75%. They pay 75% of the expenses, and I just had to come up with the 25%, and he could go to daycare every day while I was in school, which was great. So I would drop him off in the morning on my way to school and pick him up on my way home from school. Let's see. I don't really think that much changed as far as like my social life, because I was kind of laid back before having my child, so it didn't really change. I didn't never really party. I went to a few, school dances and functions, but other than that, I wasn't really social like that, so it didn't really bother me. Okay, so I ended up working hard. It was hard. Sometimes I would have to study and he would be crying, or I would have to do homework and he would be up trying to play or didn't want to go to sleep. Luckily, I had the help of my mom throughout that time to help me. So she would take him while I was doing homework, or she would put him to bed while I was studying, stuff like that. So that was a great help. In the end, I ended up graduating. I worked really hard, ended up graduating. I went on to college, and immediately after high school. At this time, things were a little different. College was an adjustment period because I came from high school where I didn't really have to study like that. I was just smart, I guess you could call it. But once I got to college, it was a different type of environment. The teachers didn't seem to really care if you knew the material or not. So it was more of a I have to teach myself type of thing. So that adjustment, along with the fact that I had a son at home, I had to, get to picking him up, and I had also just started a new relationship. And all of those things led to me ultimately not doing very well my first semester of college. I must also factor in the fact that at that time I was a biology major, and I learned that I hate science classes. I hate science. Science was not working, all the dissection and all the body parts. I just didn't like science. So I ended up changing my major, and I transferred school because the school I was going to was very, very expensive. And the reason I was going there was because I wanted to be a pre-dental student. So they had a 7-year dental program, but after I found out that I was not going to stick around to pursue that dental career, I decided to transfer to a different school, which is when I transferred to go to U of M, University of Michigan. Let's see. Things were going well though. After I transferred, I didn't really have any more problems as far as my studies went. My son still went to daycare. At the University of Michigan, I ended up being able to select my schedule, and I went to school 3 times a week. Was it 3 times a week? No, 2 times a week. I went to school on Mondays and Wednesdays. So that was a much better schedule because it allowed for my son to only have to go to daycare on those days. He could still go any other days if I had stuff to do, but it was a lot better to know that I just had to go to school for 2 days instead of having to go to school 5 days a week. So that was something that was great. And that's also something I would point out to any moms out there who are enrolling in school. See if you can get your schedule as simple as possible. If you can get your schedule where you only go to school on 2 days a week, or 1 day a week, or even 3 days a week, that's much better. It's instead of having to go every day, all day, and being away from your child. So that's something to look into. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what else it was I want to say. I started writing notes and then I stopped. I'm having a brain fart. Oh, okay. So I started working full time. So now, at that time period, I was working full time. I was in school full time, and of course, I had my son full time. So it was a lot going on. I decided to continue working full time, even though the schedule was a little tight. I continued to work it so I could, save up some money, because my boyfriend and I were looking into finding apartments to move into, and we did eventually move in together. We got an apartment, and things were going really good. So my 3rd year of college, I ended up getting pregnant, and it really wasn't that bad of a thing because it was more of a motivation for me to hurry up and finish college, because I wanted to be done so that I could focus on my children, my family, all of that, which did end up happening. I buckled down. I started taking extra classes. I took summer classes, and I ended up graduating early. So my daughter was born in 2013. I had graduated December 2012. So I was extremely happy. I had my bachelor's degree before my daughter was born. So that made me happy to feel like, I've at least accomplished something before I bring another child into this world. I graduated with honors. And when I walked across the stage, I was 7 months pregnant. And I had a 4-year-old in the audience. But, it was all motivation to keep going. I'll tell anybody, it takes something to motivate you at those times when you really want to give up. Because school, when you look at it like you have friends who aren't in college and they're having fun and they're doing this and they're like, nope, I can't do that. I have to do my homework. You know, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's a motivational factor. The kids allowed me to have something to be like, well, I can't let these people down. You know, I have to keep working. They're depending on me. So I had to get my degree. I had to continue working. I had to continue. And that's how come I graduated early. Let's see. So my daughter was born. And at that time, I wasn't working when she was born. I decided that I wanted to stay home with her as long as possible because it was something I feel like I missed out on with my son, because I had to go back to high school and then I went to college. I never really got to have that time to sit down and, you know, just spend day after day with him, you know, and that type of, we don't have that type of connection because of it. My daughter, on the other hand, since I was fortunate enough to be able to stay at home, I wanted to embrace that. I wanted to go back to graduate school, and I really wanted to go on campus to a school. But at the same time, I didn't want to disrupt the bond that my daughter and I were creating as a result of us spending so much time together. So this is when I found out that there was such as masters online. You get your master's degree online. I looked into various tools. I looked at the budgets because graduate school is so expensive. So I applied at different schools, you know, weighed my options, looked at the financial aspects of it, the credentials of the schools, and I eventually made the decision to choose the school that I go to now. I do my program completely online, so I'm at home. The school is actually out of state. I live in Michigan. The school is not even in Michigan, it's out of state. So I do my program online from the comforts of my home, on my couch, in my bed, in my kitchen. I've even done it homework on the road, on vacations, you know, so it's, in that aspect of it, it's much better than having to actually go into the school, sit down at a desk, and be structured in that manner. But at the same time, it's a lot harder because I am at home with my kids and I have tons of homework to do. We do 7-week semesters, which is like the abbreviated version of the 14-week semesters that you would get if you were on campus. So basically, we're doing the same material that's covered in 14 weeks and 7 weeks. So you can imagine that there's a lot of work, a lot of things to do, a lot, you know, of assignments, homework, projects, all that. And having my kids at home with me makes it kind of complicated sometimes. But this is, I've been in this program for almost a year now. The program is a year-long program, but I didn't do full time, so I'm probably going to be done at the end of the summer or come fall. So this is like it was 11 classes in the program, and this is probably my 7th class that I just completed today. So, you know, I've come to learn a system, and I've learned strategies on how to do it. Most of my strategies are to do as much as possible while they're asleep or while they're entertained on their own. So, like right now, my daughter is asleep. If I had homework to do, I would be doing my homework right now. My son is at school, so he's not here to distract me. So this would have been the perfect time to do homework if I had homework at this time. But I don't have any homework because I completed my finals today. The other thing that I've noticed, I work best at night. My brain goes 100 miles an hour as soon as it becomes like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I do majority of my homework from 12 to 3 in the morning. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the fact that everybody's asleep and it's just me that's awake and ready to, you know, type up some papers. But that is what I've learned is the best time for me to do homework. Let's see. I think it was one more thing that I wanted to tell you guys. Are you guys in school? Grad school? Anybody in grad school? If you are, comment. Let me know what school you go to. So that's basically it. You know, this video has gotten way longer than I wanted it to be, and I hope that you guys have learned a lot. I hope that my experience is able to help you. I hope you can learn from it. Know that I am here if anybody has any questions. And my last piece of advice to any mom out there who wants to go to school, who's in school, who thought about going to school but then decided not to go to school, do it. Just do it. Because it's not that you can't do it. Yes, it's going to be a little harder. You know, it might take a little more time. But as far as being able to do it, you can do it. I'm a testimony. Like right now, I'm giving my testimony to tell you that I did it. And I know others who have done it. It's always shocking to me, like people say, wow, you got 2 kids and you're in graduate school, you graduated college, or you know, they look at you and say, did you go to college? And I'm like, yeah, I went to college. I have my bachelor's degree and I'm in graduate school. Like, the fact that I'm a mom has nothing to do with that. I have 2 kids, yes. I also have a bachelor's degree, yes. And I'm working on my master's degree, yes. So there's not really anything that you can't do unless you aren't really determined to do it. Like, if you really want to do it, you can do it. There's ways around it. If you don't have the financial aspects to do it, you can get loans, you can do this, you can do that. There's scholarships available, there's payment plans. You know, there's different aspects that you can work out for the financial aspects of. Daycare is a problem. Like I said, you can contact the Department of Human Services. They have resources available. There's even daycares on campuses at schools now. So, you know, it's becoming more common for moms to either go to school for the first time or to have went to school, dropped out, and are returning now. So, you know, it's just the way society's turning. I think that higher degrees are going to be necessary in the future because the jobs that you used to be able to get with just a high school diploma are now requiring bachelor's degrees. Bachelor's degrees are now like high school diplomas. Like, I guess they think anybody can have one, so, you know, make it a requirement. The higher degrees are the thing that are going to, you know, be highly honored in the future, I believe. Which is why I'm working on getting mine, so that I can, you know, run with the big dogs in the job market. And, you know, hopefully you guys will watch this video, and after watching, you're going to be like, hey, you know what, maybe I should enroll in some classes. And another thing, let me point this out too before I wrap up this video. You don't have to just go to college or, you know, a university. You can go to community college. I've learned now that community colleges provide the same sort of education that you get at a 4-year university. In fact, you could take your prereqs at community college, transfer them to a 4-year university, and graduate the same way and come out cheaper. So, you know, it's different options, it's different routes. And my route may not work for everyone, just like, you know, somebody else's route may not work for me. You know, it's a personal thing. You have to sit down and, you know, plan it out in your head, look into all the options and see which option works best for you. And once you decide that, then you're able to, you know, keep moving, get your degree, and hopefully find a job in your field doing something that you love. All of this can be done while still being a mom, which is crazy because people don't think that you can, but you can. And I'm telling you this because I am a mom, I am a college graduate, and I am a graduate student. So it's possible. So I'm just going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. I hope that I was able to help somebody. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, make sure you comment them below. And stick around and hopefully, you know, I'll be back to make my video soon of me and my graduation, you know. But no, seriously, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. And I will see you in my next vlog. Don't forget to subscribe.